All right, what's up, guys? Chokosura here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 237, and for this week, we have a Mana Tree Revival Seed for this week. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and jump on into the seed. We're going to check out the flags. We do have a total of, if I can count, 16 flags for this weekly seed. So there is a lot there. We'll go over them and see what we are dealing with here. All right, starting off, we have a girl start. We have restrictive logic as always. The flamey drum is going to be on logic this week as well, so we will have to locate that among the checks. Swapped bosses. Basically, the bosses are randomized. We also have randomized boss elements again this week. Again, bosses can be of a random elemental affinity. They will cast spells of their randomized elemental affinity. Some may spawn as non-elemental, which means they can cast pretty much any spell that they please. So we will have to watch out for that. We also have hints disabled this run, so we will not have access to the hints other than the Nesuberry hint if we can get to it. So basically, we won't have any help whatsoever. We'll have to pretty much blind everything. Vanilla shops, it is what it says. All of the shops are vanilla. We know what is being sold at what shop, so we don't have to go looking in shops to, find gear. We know what's where. Start with both characters. It is as it says. So we start with the girl, and then once everything gets randomized, then we will have the boy and the sprite start in the first room in Poto's village, in the elder's house anyway. So basically, we're starting with all three characters. That's basically what that means. Random enemy spawns. It is what it says. We can see any enemy in any location in the game. Faster magic leveling is also disabled, so the spell experience is going to be set to vanilla. That's pretty much what that says. Instead of 3 spells needing to cast from 0 to 1, we need 12. We also have random status ailments set to annoying. Random seeds, an unknown amount of seeds are required. However, the minimum seeds required is set to 5. So that means we will need to find 5 seeds no matter what we do. 5 could be the amount of seeds that we need to complete the run, or it could be 6, could be 7, or worst case scenario, it could be that we need all 8 seeds. Gold check multiplier is set to 2.0. We also have the gold drop multiplier set to 0. So the chests that enemy drop, if they contain gold, they won't contain gold. So all chests will drop 0 gold. That's basically what that flag means. And last but not least, we have a 200 gold start. So right away, I'm looking at these flags and I'm thinking this has the potential to be quite nasty. And the reason why I say that is mainly because of the combination of randomized boss elements as well as faster magic level and being disabled. It could be a situation where we need all 8 seeds and they could be anywhere. So yeah, so I mean, this might not be too bad, but again, it depends on where everything is. And not to mention, we don't have any hints, so we have to blind everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, Prem start. 3, 2, 1, go. And as I said earlier, we will be starting with all 3 characters once these text boxes go away, that is. I think it's gonna give us the sprite first. Okay, whip start. Yep, sprite first, and then the boy. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna check out our weapons. We do have 3 weapons: bow, whip, and boomerang start. Oops, wrong screen. I'm gonna go ahead and check out these weapons real fast. Okay, whip is ant stone, bow is agility fire, boomerang is agility ice. Okay, here's what we do. Sprite, we're gonna give him the whip since it has intelligence. And the boy, we're gonna give him the boomerang. There we go. All right, spill up there. We did not start with a cutting weapon, unfortunately. Let's see. Do I peek Mantis in? I think I do. Because the flaming drum is in logic. So we will have to locate that. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that. We're not gonna mess with that. Not yet. Vampire or Buffy has a lot of HP for level 1. And we don't have a lot of defense right now, so we're just gonna leave that alone. So we do have to be very careful right now. Starting with all 3 characters, while it sounds nice, sometimes it's not the best idea. I am going to check Undini's cave because I want to get this check out of the way before I go to Upperland. And hopefully we can kill what's here. Minotaur? Oh no, kill it. Okay. Okay, this should be fine actually. I think what I can do is just try to keep everyone away. As I say that. Double hit? No. Okay, this should definitely be doable, for sure. Alright, we're fine. Hopefully no one dies here. I'm going to take control of this sprite here. Oh, never mind. Alright, come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. There we go. Barely got through that. Barely got through that. Well, the sprite did anyway. Alright, so we check this. We reset. If there's nothing here, we go to Upperland. Check the orb. Check Moogle Village. Alright, Axe Orb. Wow, never mind. Okay, we get the flaming drum right off the bat. Alright, that's fine with me. Alright, so flaming drum and the light seed was there. I guess we go ahead and do our freebies. Yeah, I've started to check Undini's cave on flaming drum and logic seeds first because that check is kind of out of the way. As far as okay, we have to be very careful. Reset. We don't like those guys. We got to get some money and some armor and fast. This is also a reason why starting with all 3 characters is kind of bad, is because you can find yourself in a situation where worst case scenario, all 3 of your characters get locked down by an enemy and you just die. And, you know, AI control characters are hard-headed, so it's kind of hard to control them, if you know what I mean. Not hard to control them, but it's kind of hard to move them into a position where you want them to be in. Alright, so let's drop by Matango, see what's here. Again, the shops are vanilla. We know what's in what shop. So that's why we're not checking them. We don't need to. Alright, so let's see. We got the light seed that allows us. Okay, there's the sea hare tail. Or that allows us to not do anything since we don't have the gold key actually. Sea hare tail, we can turn that in right now, I guess, since we have it. And we're near Kakara anyway, so we might as well turn that in. Our first objective right now is to find some money. That's the first objective. Alright, so let's see. Drop by Kakara. Turn this in. For a bow orb. Alright. So So Sea Hairtail didn't give us anything useful. I feel this is a seed where I want to get as much information as I can. So I'm going to check Moon Palace Orb here. In case we find the moon seed somewhere down the line, which we'll have to find it eventually. If it's not one of the last seeds we find anyway. Okay, Moon Palace requires silver. Good to know. Flame me out. And from here, I think I could check Fire Palace too. I might as well. But yeah, we have to be very careful running through these areas because we're level 4 and we don't have armor right now. Aside from what we start with. We don't have defense right now, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Salamander for that. Rope out. And I think our next stop is going to be Turtle Isle. Alright, Fire Palace Orb requires that. Yeah, right now we need to find some money and fast. Otherwise, we're just gonna get obliterated by enemies later on anyway. And the enemies are already level 4, so... Alright, drop by Tasnica. Kill whatever's here. Get this check. And then the route after this is going to be Lighthouse and the Sunken Continent. We do have the whip, so we can check Grand Palace chest at least. And then from there, we probably just go to Mera. Okay, Dryad Seed's nice. Dryad Seed's definitely nice. We take that. Alright, so 2 seeds already. This start is looking pretty decent so far. I mean, we don't have any money yet, but we do have 2 seeds. Best case scenario, we need 5 seeds to complete this run. I also have to figure out when I want to do Pure Land. I can't do Pure Land right now. That's just out of the question. Not to mention, I don't have a cutting weapon to get through. I kind of do want to do Pure Land early. If I can. But we will see. Not much on these free checks so far, though, which is starting to worry me. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Well, at least I got healed out of it, so I can't complain. Okay, let's be careful here. I'm gonna wait until this wears off. There we go. Oh, why am I down here? I can't do this. We don't have the axe or the glove. We can't do that. We gotta go to Grand Palace. Yeah, I gotta get Sprite some armor. I gotta get everybody some armor. So the last thing we want is to be taking damage. Taking a bunch of damage as I'm running through here. Okay, 600 bucks is a start. We take that. Uh, we go to Mara and then we go to Northtown. I'm gonna need more than 600 bucks though, for sure. Hmm. Okay, so 2 bow orbs, 1 boom orb, 1 whip orb. So far. Light seed. I think we just go straight to the castle here. We don't need to check Chrissy or the shop. Gotta fight these. Stay in the way. And I'm getting bursted. Okay, there's the gold key. That's nice. And the midge mallet is also nice. We rope out. Getting silenced. Nope. Alright, whip up there. Alright, so we found the gold key, which gives us access to another free check in Light Palace. I mean, we can do the entire Light Palace right now if we wanted to, since we have the seed. We might have to check the back chest here. We just might have to. Oh my god. Not getting much out of our freebies right now, and that's scaring me. Getting slowed, swap the girl. Getting silenced. Swap the spirit. Okay, there's the sword. The sword puts the sword pedestal in logic. So we can check that once we get back over there. Yeah, checking this back chest is going to be a little challenging when trying to keep my guys alive anyway. Because we got to be ready for anything. The sprite is about to die here. I got to do something about that. Okay, kill this. Never mind. I need to kill whatever's over here. There we go. I had to take the level up right there just to keep Sprite alive. sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Because we don't have a lot of money. We have like, what, probably it's like 700 gold at this point. We don't have the best weapons right now. Alright, Boomer up there. Unfortunate. We rope out. We go to Santa's house. Come on, girlie. This early game is looking to be a little bit on the rough side. Just a little bit. Unless we find something good in Ice Country, which I don't know. We can full clear Ice Palace, but I'm not going to since we're not defensively ready to kill bosses right now. Not to mention we don't have any healing items or anything like that. Shoot that. Oh, never mind. Kill it. Wow. All right. I guess we rope out and go check the sword pedestal. I mean, we're just not getting any money from these checks. Okay, we have 1100 gold. Let's save. Oh, I want to swap to the sword here. As much as I like the boomerang, I don't want to use the boomerang here. Oh, before I forget, what's on the sword? Hit rate, agility, ice. Okay. Nah, he still got it off. Unfortunate. Yeah. I was hoping one of those other two characters would hit it, but no. Nothing there but a boom orb. We reset. I still don't want to mess with Buffy at Mantisan or Vampire, whichever one it is. We go to Gaia's navel here. Alright, so we have 1100 gold. Let me think. Actually, you know what? Before I go there, I'm going to drop by Matango. And I'm going to pick up... one of these. Pick up 2 of these. Okay, 700. Let me see. 770. Power risk is 150. 450. Damn, I might have to go elbow pads. Yeah, I might have to go elbow pads. Maybe. Three chain vests is 360. 3 elbow pads is 270. Okay, there's Sylphid. That's nice. Oh, buying elbow pads is... It feels so bad, but sometimes you have to. Okay, Luna for that. I'm trying to decide if I want to save split these bosses. I probably should since I'm already here. Let me go to the shop first and get what I can get as far as armor. I think I can't even buy spiky suits here. I just don't have the money. Let me see. Yeah, I might have to go 3 chain vest here. And 3 elbow pads. Or we can do 1, 2. Hold on. Before I do anything else, let me see. We got 3 of those. We can sell this, sell that. Okay, I barely have enough. Okay, I barely have enough for 3. All right, perfect. So we grab 3 power vests. All right, steel cap. Alright, so 27 defense on the boy, 24 on the girl in spray. It's gonna have to do for now. Until we get some more money. The free checks, unfortunately, did not give us money at all. Aside from the 600. Okay. Honestly, I should go to Pandora first, but I'm already here. Let's just... Oh, God. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Okay, this must be Dragon Worm. Alright, buddy, how much health do you have? It's probably like 600. At level 5, I think it's 600. Yeah, 640. Okay. We definitely don't want Flame Saber here. We want the sword since it does ice damage. And we know this is a fire element boss. Oh, that's just great. Oh, this fight's gonna be obnoxious. I honestly should just cast Silence for the spell experience. If Air Blast is doing 1 damage, I might as well do it. And it feels bad to do it, but... Did I hit him? No. The good thing here is that we do have enough defense so that his attacks and spells don't matter that much, but I mean, his attacks are more aggravating than anything and annoying. I'm only casting Silence for the spell experience. Yeah, it might have been P. I'm trying to get his counters to go after the girl in the Sprite. There we go. Alright, snack down. Alright, Jab Orb, Bow Orb, and okay, Dryad's worth it. Dryad's worth it for sure. We have to keep that. I have half a mind to level Dryad to 2 here, but this is not the spot to do it. Alright, we check Kilroy spot. See what's there. Man, this is a pretty rough early game, I will say that. I'm 9 out of 10. I think this is a reset. I'll try it. I think this is a reset though. We might get lucky, I don't know. Okay, there's Luna Boost. We might get lucky though. Alright, back away. No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is a reset though. Yeah, that's a reset. We're not gonna mess with it. Yes, I have Dryad, which is his weakness, but I only have 2 Caster Burst. Moon Element bosses are the most obnoxious things in the game because 1, they can cast Moon Energy, and you saw what happened with that. 2, they can cast Lunar Magic, which can do anything. From statusing your team to fully healing the boss, yeah, we don't want to deal with that. I got better things to do than screw around with that guy. Let me see. I probably should start using my Dryad magic here. I think that's probably the way to go here. Let's swap out. Actually, Witch's Castle is in Logic. Can we do that? I might just do that. Alright, here's what we do. Sprite, let me see. That's girl. Okay, your Sophist at 63. I honestly think we just get these spells to level 2 here. You have 9 MP? Yeah, okay, so 4 Sleep Flowers is 36 experience. And I'm going to have you cast Wall on everybody. Just so we don't get, you know, hit with random Nemesis Owl Silence or whatever. Alright, so this is going to take about 4 to 5 minutes. What I'm doing now. But I feel as though the time invested doing this is probably going to be worth it in the end. Because right now we're level 7 and killing bosses is proven to be a little bit of a challenge right now, so... I need as much damage as I can get right now. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice time to save time later on. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about either doing Pandora here for the check density or just doing Witch's Castle for the hint, the Necessary hint. Okay, level 1 Dryad. Okay, so to get Dryad to level 2, I need to cast Sleep Flower 13 times. So that's, what, 3 cycles of this? Plus a spell afterwards. And then Silver should hit 1 pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to get Silver to 2. I probably should, but I don't think I'm going to. Alright. Let me see. Now that I think about it, I could just checkmate the Sand after doing this, since I'm already here. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to fight that Gigas back there, but I don't have the damage. Because eventually he's going to cast Moon Energy, which he did twice. And more importantly, okay, Silver just hit level 1. More importantly, he's eventually going to cast Lunar Magic, which will screw me over in some way. Either put me to sleep or fully heal himself, and we're not equipped to deal with that, so we're just going to leave that guy alone. And hope and pray that there's nothing behind him. And I forgot to shrink Sprite, but that's fine. I should need 1 more spell after this. Might as well throw this out too. Yeah, 1 more spell after that should get Dryad to level 2. And I think after that, we can spend the rest of the MP on Sylphid, or on Silence rather, and push that toward level 2. I might just flat out get that to 2 as well. I might just, you know, spend another cycle to do that. Yep, there's level 2 Dryad. So this is what, 7 MP? 56 XP. Should be at 63, maybe 70. $72, perhaps. $64. Okay, so what are we looking at? Another like 5 spells? Yeah. 5 more silence spells and that'll get up to level 2. I might as well do it. Might as well. If we run across anything that's weak to wind, then... Oh no, I don't want to save yet. If we run across anything weak to wind, then we can use that. And deal good damage, so... I should need 5. One more. There we go. Alright, we're good. Okay, so we save, we checkmate the sand, see what's there, and then we go to... I want to go to Witch's Castle. I really do. All right, we check this. All right, what element is this? Looks like fire. All right, so 4 air blasts. I would rather do 2 of these. $400. Yeah, almost 500. Nice, we take those. Got him. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to go to Pandora Ruins here, but I want the hint, damn it. Okay, there ain't nothing here anyway. We reset. That's why we saved, by the way. I'm starting to think that this is probably a seed where I want to save split absolutely everything. We can also turn in the Dryad seed too. Could do that. Finding Luna would be huge, if we find her. Alright, we have walls, so if they try to cast anything on us, those spells should get bounced back. We're okay as far as armor for now, anyway. We will want to upgrade soon, because the enemies are level 7. We saved in Potos, so I don't need to save in the jail. You still have to save in Potos to pivot back to. I'll kill these. A little extra money don't hurt. Kill that. Damn. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Undini on a mana seed pad. Great. I might go chase that. Minotaur. I want to analyze him. Is he fire element? Yeah, he's fire element. Alright, so let's just cast burst on him. He's only got 400 health. Okay. We're not doing too bad so far. This is going to be a slow seed, I think. This is going to be slow, and there's really nothing we can do about it. I also want to do early Pure Land, but I'm just not. I don't think that's a good idea. Not with the stuff that we have anyway. Okay, there's the fire seed. That's nice. And okay, 1400 gold is huge. We take that. We absolutely take that. Okay, so we learned that Undini's on a ped. 1400 gold. I think I upgrade my armor here. And then go to ruins. Let me try. Let me see how much I have exactly before I do. 2000? Yeah, 2000. Chest guards out of the question. I think we just go fancy overalls for everybody. Yeah. I pick up some candies and herbs. That'll work for now. Yeah, money is just super, super tight this seed, and it's definitely having its effects on this run. I can't forge weapons. I can't, you know. I can hardly buy any consumables. All right, so let's do Pandora runes. I wanna go early Pure Land, but we're just not in a good position to do it. We're really not. I'm gonna save. I mean, Treasury might have something good. I don't know. It probably does. Now, if I had Luna, then yeah, I'd do early Pure Land, 100%. But with our current situation, we don't have a lot of money, and there's not a lot of money in this seed so far, and we don't have walnuts. So we're really not in a good position to do early Pure Land. We just aren't. Not to mention, we don't want to scale these enemies up too fast. In comparison to the checks that we're making. I would rather do checks where I kill one boss and get, like, you know, 2 checks or more, then do 1-for-1 checks, if you get what I'm saying. So Pure Land is just not Pure Land is just not a good play right now. It's just not. All right, who is this? Dragon, you are Earth Element. Looks like Earth Element. We'll try Air Blast and see what it does here. Yeah, we do that for sure. Nice. So it was worth getting Sylphid to level 2 then. Okay, let's think. Nothing on Ant. We still got Kilroy spot with that Gigas, that Moon Element Gigas. Orb. Oh, thank God. Okay, Luna's huge. Luna is massive. But now that I see that though, Pure Land might be looking a little bit more attractive now. I need my Luna at level 2 though. But thankfully, Luna doesn't take too long to grind. At least I don't have to keep going back to the end for that. All right, Boom Orb on her. We check Treasury, see what's here. We also got the hint that Undini's on a ped, which I don't know if that's relevant or not. I mean, Undini would be nice to have though. Okay, 1800 gold is nice. We take that. Axe Orb. Glove Orb. There's the Javelin. 200 gold. And the glove. Okay, glove is an interesting find, actually. Huh. Alright, so there's several ways we can take this seed now. I'm gonna check the first chest in Light Palace. You know what? I think I'm just gonna clear this out right now. Since I'm already here. We have the light seed. We might as well do it. We might as well do it. 2,800 gold. I think we just hold on to that right now. I do want to get my Luna up to at least level 2 before I fight this next boss. Alright, Axel. Should probably shrink the sprite. Let's see if I can cheat the system real quick right here. Too early. I think I messed up somewhere. Jump. There we go. There we go. We got it. So there's a way you can kind of quote unquote cheat the system when you're grinding magic. If you can get into the menu as the sprite jumps, but before the green numbers pop up, your MP will get refilled, but you can still continue to chain cast. I might not hit level 2 here. And if not, that's fine. There we go. It should be close though. We got a Kilroy. We'll go ahead and burst. Okay. Not bad. Luna should be close to level 2. Probably 1 or 2 casts away, maybe 3. Level 11. Ooh, Dark Seed. Okay, you know what? I'm going back to save. The reason why I'm going back to save is because we got all that Luna XP and I don't want to lose it. In case there's something on the Light Seed pedestal, which it could be Undini. However, if there isn't anything on the Light Seed pedestal, we can reset and not take those levels. And not to mention Gold Towers. Gold Tower doesn't take that long to get through anyway, so I feel that save is justifiable. I mean, we only lose like, what, 15 seconds. Matter of fact, we can just do this. Oh, not yet. Yep, there's level 2. Alright, who is this? Boyo face. I'll go ahead and analyze him and see what element he is. 600. He's shade element. Alright, so we'll just cast this then. He might be casting something since I'm not near him. Yeah, he's casting something. Yeah. Evil Gate. Oh, it's Leaf Flower. Interesting. Castle on Sprite. Hit. Yep. It said he was weak to Lumina. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Wait, how did he cast Leaf Flower there? Huh, I don't know. Unless he's like the wall bosses where they don't, you know, they don't change their spells. Alright, SP Orb. Okay, we reset. So nothing there that we want. Damn, I really want to find Undini, but I kinda want to go to Pure Land like right now. But before I do, I go to Northtown and buy Tiger Caps and upgrade our helmets because we're still sitting on Steel Cap, Quill Cap, and I want to get off that, so might as well buy these now. We sell first. We have enough for 3. We're at the point of the run where we need to keep our armor upgraded. We have to. Alright, let's see. Tiger Cat for you. Tiger Cat for you. And Tiger Cat for you. Alright, so we're looking at what, 50? 58 defense across the board. Yeah, I want to get Pure Land over and done with before the enemies scale too much. Not to mention, the second reason I want to do Pure Land now is because we have 4 seeds, and it's possible that we only need 5 to complete the run, and there could be a seed there. So that's another reason why I want to do Pure Land now. So let's do it. We have a level 2 Luna. We should be fine. We also have level 2 Dryad, level 2 Sylphid. So yeah, we should be in pretty decent shape now. Finding Luna was huge. Finding Luna was definitely huge for us. As it usually is. Tiger. Yeah, Tiger. Alright, 740. Shade element too. Alright, well. I could throw an air blast in there, but nah. That's alright. I'm going to go ahead and overcast here. The first burst right there kills him, but I want to overcast to get XP on Dryad. Dead. This is one of those cases where you want to cast as many spells as possible to get the XP. The spell XP. Remember, we're running faster magic level than disabled, so we want as much XP on these spells as possible. Alright, level 12. Boom Orb, Jab Orb. Okay. Keep it moving. Ideally, I should be just spamming Magic Absorb on the way to these bosses. Again, for the XP. Dragon. Uh, we also got to be careful because we don't have walnuts. So if we run out of NP, we will have to either start killing mobs to level up, or we got to go back. And we don't want to do that. All right, level 13. Spear Orb, Axe Orb. Okay, nothing yet. Okay. Ooh, non-elemental. Yeah. All right, burst it is. We can throw an air blaster there, sure, why not? Again, that first burst kills. We want to overcast. I'm trying to think if running weapons here would be better. I don't think so. And the reason why I say I don't think so is because of the money situation. I don't know. I could be wrong. All right, Glove Orb and Salamando. Okay, Salamando's nice. That gets us into Fire Palace at least. Dark Lich. Girl. There we go. He's Dryad Element. He's Dryad Element. Yeah, okay, let's cast Air Blast in. This is why you want a backup spell. 76. Yeah. Nothing we can do here. Oh, the spell is too low. Dark Lich being Dryad Element is actually kind of obnoxious. He did. No. I want to analyze him just to see how much MP he has left. Probably 0. No, he has 10. Okay, so we can drain. This should drain all 10 of it. Yeah. Let's see if I can get Sprite a little bit closer here. He needs to die on this cycle, which I think he will. Alright, this one needs to kill. Otherwise, I have to get Prim involved. There we go. Yeah. Dryad Element Dark Lich is absolutely obnoxious because Dark Lich has magic defense and you can't use Moon Saber on that guy since he's undead, so there's not much you can do aside from use other element spells on him. Alright, Axe Orb and... Okay, Otzi's here. This is looking good. This is looking good. We got 5 seeds, so if the required amount of seeds is 5, then we're done once we get to the mana tree. I need to get Luna up to level 3 here. We gotta watch what we're targeting too. Alright, there we go. We got it. Minotaur? Broken Bull. So he's got magic defense, 1550. He's water element. That's unfortunate. We have Salamander, but it's level 0, so we might as well just bust out Dryad on this guy. And Dryad should be close to level 3. Should be. Ooh. 400. I gotta drain again. Yeah, he's water element. Don't stand in front of him, girlie. You're gonna get run over. That should be it. Cast Wall and Spurt. I guess not. He did. Yes. Alright. We're slowly getting through this seed. We might be done. We don't know. We gotta see how many we need, actually. Or how many mana seeds we need. I'm gonna be sad if it's all 8. Alright, got a Sword Orb and a Glove Orb. Okay. I need to check my money after we get done here too. Assuming that, you know, we need more than 5 seats. Okay. This is non-elemental, so we cast Burst here. Alright, he's coming down. Alright. Okay, no level up there. Orb, sword orb. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so let's find out if this is it for the seed. We pretty much have a 25% chance that we're done here, so the odds are not in our favor. Oh, wow. We need all 8. Holy moly. Okay, so 7K. Ah. Oh, this seed just keeps getting better. Oh, God. All right. 7,000 gold. Let's go to not Kakara. We go to actually no. I think we go to Mandala and get Ivies here. Yeah, we go to Mandala and get Ivies here. Because I'm pretty sure we're at the point where we're going to be taking damage. And if something knocks us unconscious, then we can prevent that mess. So I'd rather buy Ivies here for everybody. Do I have enough for the circlet? Okay, hold on. We might. We sell these. I think we do have enough for the circlet. If we sell that tiger cap, I will. We'll sell this. And get a circlet for the sprite. Yeah, that works. Alright. So now we have to find the water seed, the wind seed, and the moon seed. This seed just keeps on getting better. Alright, so what's my first stop here? We don't have the axe. Maybe we can start turning in seeds, perhaps. Yeah, we might be able to start turning in seeds. Can we turn in the earth seed? Let's see, Luna. Yeah, we can turn in the earth seed. We can't turn in the dark seed. We already turned in the light seed, nothing there. I'm going to try turning in the dryad seed here and see what we get out of that. Okay. Alright, this might be a little bit obnoxious, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. That works. We don't have hints either, so we pretty much have to blind the rest of these seeds. We know we need all 8. Okay, there's Undini and nothing. Trying to think. I legit just want to save. I legit just want to save here. What does that do for me, though? We turn in the Earth Seed, I guess? Kind of all over the place right now. Yeah, we can turn in the Earth Seed, screw it. I do want to recheck Kilroy in case there is something there, because we didn't do it earlier. Or we pretty much couldn't do it earlier because of who's there. We know who's there. Are we full MP? Yes. Okay. Take a look at my spell levels real quick. Dryad is 3. Okay, Dryad's almost 4. Luna's almost 4. Sylphid is halfway to 4. I think it might be too late to level Undini and Salamander at this point. So I think we just leave them alone, honestly. All right, we got 1900 gold. We're gonna check Kilroy again and see if we can get past this boss. I think we can. We have a level 3 Giant. We should be able to. I think I need to get a walnut or two as well eventually. I don't want a pyro burst here. There we go. Once burst gets to a certain level, you don't want to stack them too fast. Otherwise, you'll lose damage. Because obviously, the max amount of damage you can do in this game is 999. And if your bursts are doing like 600 plus damage per spell, you don't want to stack 3 on top of each other. All right, Glove Orb. Oh, dang, you had nothing anywhere, so. All right, so. I guess we check Earth Palace. I might as well check Earth Palace. Ow. I think eventually I need to get off of these fancy overalls and upgrade to Golden Vest. Eventually. Nope. Nice try, though. Hexes. I need to get above her. I think Pavement Stare is gonna hit. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we can do this. Hold on. Got an idea. We do this. Okay. Ooh, burst just at 4 too. And my Luna hit 4. Good. I might just keep whatever's here just to keep the spell experience. Just so I can have level 4 burst in the next boss fight. I might just do that. Alright, Boom Orb. 200 bucks and sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the spell experience here, so we'll keep that. Okay, so nothing there, but I'm keeping it regardless. 4100 gold gets us chest guard, 2 chest guards. What's my next stop? We can't turn in any more seeds right now. We can't turn in the dark seed because we don't have the axe. Let's try Fire Palace. Now, I could have came here earlier with the glove, but that's okay. I mean, we got Salamander. Doesn't matter. Now I'm using this just to get past enemies. Alright, Sword Orb. Ooh, wow, Undini. Okay. Thank goodness we got that. Orb. We do have the fire seed, so there is a chance that we can turn this in, assuming we have the element we need for the third orb. That is, we're still missing Gnome and Shade and Lumina. Wow, that is an ugly spot for that. Oh God, okay. Moonseed right there, which required both Salamander and Undini. That is a very ugly spot for that. Let me drain this guy. Prim. Go ahead and cast Wall on yourself, baby girl. Get that up. I don't want any shenanigans. Alright, so now we're looking for the Water Seed and the Wind Seed. Can we do this? Yes, Sylphid. Okay, we got Sylphid. Alright, so we can turn in the Fire Seed. We don't have a safe split, unfortunately, but we'll see what we can do here. This is, I want to say, Fire Element. Is it Jabberwocky? Oh, it is. Okay. We can use Freeze here, sure. Okay, he's hitting with that poison gas. Let's do one of these. There we go. So the reason why I didn't cast Burst on that guy, although I could have, sure, is because it's a Jabberwocky, and Jabberwocky has a magic defense total of 0. Which means even level 0 spells will deal good damage to it. Not to mention it's weak to water, since it's a fire element boss. Alright. Oh my god. This seed just keeps getting better and better. The axe on the fire seed pedestal. That is insane, actually. Wow. All right, let me go to Kakari real fast. I'm going to upgrade my armor. So we couldn't even turn in the dark seed without doing the fire seed pedestal. I think we get 3 of these, right? Yeah. Oh, I need to sell real quick. I'm also going to buy a couple of fairy walnuts here just in case we run into like a Gigas. Another Gigas anyway. Alright. Pretty sure we want to turn in the moon seed here since we're nearby Moon Palace. Might as well do that. We also could go back to the Nestleberry for a potential hint. Although at this point, it might not have anything else. I don't know. Alright, so Fire Palace is cleared out. I'm thinking now we go to Dark Palace. Or after this anyway, we go to Dark Palace. Okay, right, are you full MP? Yes, okay. What a seed, though. Yeah, 1,200 gold and... Oh, wow, 2,600 gold. That's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's not progression, but that's a pretty significant amount of cash right there. In case I need to upgrade even further, which I don't know. I doubt it. We'll see. Alright, yeah, I think the correct play here is to go to Dark Palace because we got the axe from the Fire Seed pedestal, so we need to check axe lock locations now. In case this seed is cheeky enough to put something in here, which, I mean, this seed has been very cheeky so far anyway, putting the axe at the dang Fire Seed pedestal. So, I'm not taking any chances now. This is like cheekiness to the maximum. Alright, so we turned in the Earth Seed. We got nothing out of that. Turned in the Fire Seed, got the axe. We're turning in the Dark Seed now. Oh, we're working on it. Turned in the Light Seed, got nothing there. Moon Seed, we got money out of that. And then Dryad Seed had Undini, so... Cheeky ass seed! What is this? What did I tell you? I had a feeling this seed would be so cheeky as to put something in here that was axe locked. I knew it. If the water seed's in here, I'm going to crash out. Seriously. Let me see. Rope out. We got the dark seed, so we might as well just finish this place off. Cheekiness to the maximum. And you know the funny thing is, this is not even hard complexity. This is some hard complexity mess right here. It really is. Make sure my sprite set full MP. He's not. Alright, now he is. Okay, so Lime Slime has magic resist, so we're gonna use Burst on this guy instead of Fire Magic. He is weak to fire, yeah, but our Salamander's level 0. Yeah. You did? Oh, not quite. Oh, now he is. I swear if the water seed is back here. Alright, let me think. I think the next play is Wind Palace. This seed is cheeky as all hell. I gotta check that. Because this seed is doing some hard complexity crap right here. It feels like it. Alright, Glove Orb, Jab Orb. Alright, nothing on the pedestal. We gotta take it because we got the Wind Seed out of here, so... I have a right mind to do Doppelgangers here since I'm over here. Let me check my money. 4,900. Nah. If this seed was maximum cheekiness, and it pretty much is, I would check Doppelgangers, but I think I'm going to check Wind Palace here. Alright, who are we dealing with? Metamantis. What element are you? Ooh. I've never seen that guy. Is he Shade Element? Dead? Yeah. That was a pretty cool palette of Metal Mantis right there. I don't think I've ever seen that palette of him. Looked to be Shade Element. Okay, Bozo up there. Still looking for that Water Seed. What's my next play here? Whip Orb, the Spear. Yikes. Alright, Spear we don't care about at this point. What do your spell levels look like? Dryads halfway to 5. Sylphid's at 366. Luna's at 430. Well, I think we're fine. We're gonna save though. Yeah, we'll save. I kind of want to go back to the Nesselberry, but I feel that's a wasted trip. We could try Ice Country. Oh, I just saved the Wind Palace. We checked the Salamander Oven. Because sometimes seeds like to put things in the Salamander Oven. Snack. Oh, you sir are non-elemental, aren't you? Gotta be. I think it's Great Viper. I think. $800. Yeah, I think it's Great Viper. He didn't immediately counter. Ooh, 37. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. He does damage. He does damage. We don't like that. He's almost dead, though. Yeah, he's non-elemental. There we go. Alright, salamander oven has an axe orb reset. Yeah, I probably should have just dropped the save at Toto, but that's okay. All good. Where is this water seed? Early game is fully cleared out. Pure Land's cleared out. The Sunken Continent's not cleared out though. Ow. You are starting to take damage. Yeah, let's be careful. You can go ahead with your sleep flower, buddy. I don't care. Sleep flower is not a concern, regardless whether we have wall up or not. Okay, that just went through my dang wall. Alright, I guess we fully clear Ice Palace and see what we find. That was a low roll. Alright, so we still have Northtown Castle bosses, Northtown Ruins bosses. Oh, I hope to God it's not back there. Sunken City. Doppelgangers. Okay, there's Shade. That doesn't exactly help me right now, but I'll take it. There's Flamey Cave as well. We haven't checked that. He's casting something. Oh no. I just realized. It's possible. Oh yikes, Gnome is here too. It's possible that the water seed could be on Mech 3. I don't want to assume that though, but it is possible. I'd rather check other places first. Okay, so Ice Country is cleared out. Let's go to Northtown. I want to go to Northtown Ruins first and get this check out of the way. Let me save. Let me save. What's my money look like? 15K. Okay, we can go Ruby Vest here, I think. Actually no, I'll go like that. And then we go like this. We'll sell, not that, we'll sell this. And we'll sell this. 4,900, 59, 63, 75. Do I have enough? I think I do. It's about 1,500. Yeah, we can sell this and get another tiger suit, sure. I can barely get it too. Yeah. Alright, we're good. Just gradually upgraded my armor so I don't take a crap ton of damage from running through these dungeons and from bosses. Very rarely do I have to upgrade to tiger gear, but I mean, it is what it is. Alright, so I want to check ruins first. And what I probably should do is save. And drop the boys wall here. Alright, we save. We'll go ahead and cast speed up here. I know it's in town, but it's a little bit late for boosting gnome XP at this point anyway. At this point, I think I just rely on Dryad to get through these boss fights. So the main goal now is to keep the bleeding down, because we have a hemorrhaging seed here and we want to keep the bleeding down as much as we can. And the way we do that is we save split everything. Because if the seed gets to a point where upgrading armor doesn't matter unless you get something like gauntlets or, you know, vest guards and needle helms and stuff like that, then we can actually try and, you know, keep this under control as much as we can. Not sure what element you're. I'm just gonna cast burst anyway, see what happens. Oh, you're fire element. This wall face? Doom as well. Okay. How much does freeze do? Just curious. That's not bad actually. Okay. Alright, let me think. Early game is cleared out. Whip orb, jab orb. We did not level, so I need to go back and cast magic absorb. Oh wait, I can't. I gotta go up and then go back. Right. Yeah, we didn't level there. Oh my god, this seed. I am like giga curious as to what the other runners did with this seed. Okay, mech fire element. I think. Mech 2 should be fine. I mean, we can give Undini some screen time, sure. She just hit level 1. Dead. Okay. Yeah, I don't think going back to the Nesaberia is a good idea. I don't think it has any hints for us. Pretty sure it doesn't. Alright, Bozorb, nothing, reset. Like I said, at this point of the run, we want to keep the seed from hemorrhaging. We want to keep the bleeding down as much as we can. Alright, we check Mech 2 and Metal Mantis here. Alright, Spring Beak. Dark Element, we got you. $230. Wow, that was a super low roll. Trying to see, do I keep that or not? I don't know. We have all the elementals except for Lumina. Axe Orb, nothing, reset. What am I checking after this? Trying to think. Am I going Flamey Cave? I might be going Flamey Cave. Oh gosh, cheeky seed is cheeky. That's all I gotta say about this seed. It is just cheeky. Not even hard complexity. Snapjacking. Alright, we burst you. We're getting our share of non-elemental bosses, that's for sure. Which is just fine. He's still alive. Yeah. One more. Dry ass level 5 now. He's casting something. Alright, there's a barrier, that's fine. Dead. Alright, Glove Orb, Lumina. Do I keep that? I think I have to. And the reason why I have to keep that is in case we're facing the worst case scenario. That's the only reason why we keep Lumina here. Alright, 4,500 gold. Can't do much with that, really. Ice Country's done. Empire's done. We're running out of checks and fast. Doppelgangers are still on the table. Let me check Flamey Cave. Alright, before I go on there, I'm gonna buy 2 cups of wishes real quick. Only need 2. Take another walnut as well. We don't need anything from the shop though. Oh my god. Let me save. The water seed is in a stupid spot. I know it is. We just gotta find out what stupid spot it's in. It's in a very stupid spot. It's either in Flamey Cave or it's at Doppelgangers. I probably should have cast speed up while I was back there. It's at Doppelgangers or could be at Kettle Kin in Sunken City. Yeah, it's in a dumb location. Speaking of dumb locations, I do want to check the Sunken City chest because we can get to it now. Alright, let's just hope that it's not in there, because if it is, I'm not going to be happy, because we could have checked that a long time ago. That's assuming it's in there, but we don't know. We have to blind check everything. And here's hoping that we can finish the seed in under 2 hours, but I don't know. Okay, Undini for that. Okay. Honestly, I should just check Mech 3 just to see if it's there. What element are you? Are you gnome element? Sylphid? Gnome element. Okay. Alright, Spike. Air blast. We do have a level 3 air blast, so it shouldn't take too long to kill this guy. Doppelgangers, Sunken City. Sunken City is probably the longest check. Nope. Not there either. Yeah, it's in a stupid spot. It's got to be. Okay. Let's not crash out here. We know the water seed's in a very dumb location. We just got to find out where. I don't want to check doppelgangers, but I probably should. Alright, calm down, calm down. It might be sitting on Sunken Continent. It could be at Watermelon. It could be at Hexes. Could be... Oh my god. It just might be at that Sunken City chest. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast speed up here. I give the boy the axe for this. Doppelganger should be a relatively fast check here. Especially with speed up. Alright, we're getting silenced. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, 307. Oh, that was perfectly timed. Oh my god. You know what? I'm going to make a Hail Mary check. I'm checking back 3 because if it's there, I might just I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be happy, I tell you that much. I mean, because this seed has been like super cheeky so far. Matter of fact, before I check Mech 3, let me check this chest in Sunken City, because if it's here, which I have a feeling it might be. Oh, please don't let this water seed be in here. Okay, it's not. All right. It's not. All right. I think this gets reflected, right? Oh no, okay, it doesn't. I wasn't sure if there were any enemies in the vicinity. I gotta check this now because I'm almost certain that it's on Mech 3. Almost certain. That plus I don't want to run down to Kettlekin. Okay, Undini. Of course, we gotta trigger all these orbs to get to Mech 3. Lumina. Wow. Oh, one of my spells must have reflected back on the, yeah. Okay. I was wondering why I took damage right there, because the pumpkin cast wall as I was casting it. I wasn't paying any attention to him. Luna. I mean, if the seed is cheeky enough to put the axe at the fire seed pedestal and the wind seed in the dang dark palace, which was axe locked, Sylphid. I mean, then why not go 3 for 3 seed? Just put the dang water seed on Mech 3. I'm almost counting on it now. I'm almost counting on it now. No. Wow. This is actually insane. Bro. It's like when you expect maximum cheekiness from a seed, you expect this kind of stuff. I'm almost expecting the water seed to be over here now. Wow, what? Insanity. Actual insanity. If it's not here, we full kill Sunken Continent. We check watermelon. Or we have to check this anyway. Dried element. Alright, we got you. Actually, I might have to just throw Sylphid on you. Might just do this actually. Oh yeah, it's a Mech 3 too. Yep, there's wall. And I can't dispel it. Alright, so this is on you, Premi, baby. We don't care about the sleep flower though. I actually need the walnut here. 12. Actually, you know what? No. I think I need 3 of these. It's walls level 3. Yeah. Alright, I have to walnut Prim here. Well, before I do that, let me dump all my magic on him. Since he's out of MP. And he's strong against burst support. Of course. I would use freeze, but it's only level 1. And get as much damage as I can here. These are doing solid damage. I don't want to dump all my MP though. 1 MP? Yeah, analyze him. I might not have to walnut. And 350. Yeah, I got a walnut. I'm doing 30 damage to charge attack. Screw that. Ow. Alright, we cast Moon Saber here. Cast Moon Energy here. There we go. Oh. What a seed. I can't wait to see what the other runners say about the seed. This is actually awful. Is the water seed right here? Nope, of course not. Did we level? And we didn't, but I mean, we're just gonna go for it. Oh God, of course. Oh jeez, I have to want a Sprite here. We can't drain from him. All right, so let's just not do that. Let's do this. All right, let me move you a little bit closer. We don't care about your Sleep Flower. We really don't. I want to Fire Bouquet him to drop his attack power so he doesn't slam me to hell. Ah! Freaking wall. Yeah, he's just gonna keep casting it. All right, let's just do this then. This is actually a tough fight. I have to heal the boy here. I can't cast magic on him because his wall level's too high. All right, he's dead. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Please tell me this water seed isn't sitting here. Maximum cheekiness. What did I tell you? Oh my God. You expect this kind of stuff after seeing so much BS 2 hours into a seed. Holy. I'm not even mad. It's just the fact that it's just the fact that the seed is like maximum evil. And it's not even hard complexity. All right, so 204.11 is our time for this seed. Wow. Wow. And wow. What a seed. Where do I start? Okay, so early game, the seed does not give you a lot of money at all. The seed throws you into the run and says, "Hey, I want you to check these things without having armor because you're not getting money until you get money when you clear Pandora Ruins." So I guess if the player can survive, if the runner does something like Pandora Ruins first, looking for the Flamey Drum, then I can kind of see that. But it's a little bit of a risky fight because, you know, if you can't fight that dragon properly, then it's just gonna, you know, run off screen and cast spells on you and do a bunch of damage and whatnot. But if you can get through that, then you get like 2,000 bucks out of the treasury, which is something. So, we didn't do that though. We went to Undini's cave first after saving, and the reason why is because there's no hints. Undini's cave is somewhat out of the way. That when you do a not hard complexity, I'm sorry, when you do a seed with disabled hints, you kind of want to go to Upperland. You go to Upperland, you check Moogle Village, you check the orb in Upperland Forest, and then you either reset or you cannon over to Gaia's Navel. There's no reason to cannon to Protos because there's no hint. And once you cannon to Gaia's Navel, Undini's cave is out of the way. So the reason why I did Undini's cave is to avoid that. I want to check and see what's there, And of course, if there's nothing there, then we reset and then we go to upper land and then we go to Guy's Navel, check those checks and whatnot, and move on from there. Yeah, so that's the entire reason why I did Undini's Cave. Thankfully, the Flammy Drum was sitting there along with the Light Seed, so we kind of get 2 for 1 there. So runners who check Undini's Cave first are going to be rewarded. After that, we did our freebies, of course. During our freebies, we didn't find a lot of money, and that's where the craziness of this seed really started, because you have to check these areas while you're doing freebies. You have to run through these areas with monsters without armor, and that in itself is pretty dangerous when you're solo, but it's even more dangerous when you have all 3 characters, because of course the AI isn't exactly smart when it comes to controlling these other 2 characters. So they're going to want to fight things, they're going to take damage, of course. And seeing as the Flammy Drum is on Undini's Cave, that means you're not going to be level 1, you're going to be level 4. So the enemies are going to be a little bit stronger than usual running through these dungeons, making these free checks. So we had to be super careful going for these free checks. So that's one issue that the seed has, is there is not a lot of money that's free anyway. There's not a lot of free money. I think the only free money on this seed was the 600 gold in the Grand Palace chest. And you kind of have to, not have to, but you want to use that money to buy some cheap armor so you can get through these first boss fights relatively smoothly and, you know, easily, or easier. Make these boss fights easier. So after doing freebies, I decided, okay, let's just do Witch's Castle. Find out what's there. The only main reason I wanted to do Witch's Castle is to get the hint off the Nesselberry. And the hint told us to find Undini on the Mana Seed Ped. Now, on the Mana Tree Revival run, that hint doesn't mean too much, unless we needed Undini for an orb, which we did. So Undini was required, because Undini, we needed to use that in the Fire Palace, which was blocking, I believe, the Moon Seed. So Undini ended up being required. Of course, the seed doesn't tell you that, so you have to find that out on your own. But yeah, Undini ended up being required. Another issue about the seed is when you want to go through Pure Land. And I mean, there's several instances, several places in the seed where you can go through Pure Land without too much trouble. But I feel as though if you don't do Pure Land at the right time, as in, I mean, you don't want to do it too early because you're not geared up for it, but you obviously don't want to do it too late either, because then the enemies will have scaled up and it's faster magic leveling disabled and it's just annoying to do damage. So doing Pure Land around, say, like level 10, level 11, when you're decently geared up for it, when you have the defense, when you have the damage, is probably, I feel, the best time to do it. And yeah, like I said, you don't want to do Pure Land too early this run, because like I said, you don't have a lot of money to spend on armor. So you're not going to have the defense to go through the 6 bosses. We've also found Dryad on Tropicala, which was huge because, I mean, Dryad is Dryad, Burst is Burst. And a little bit later, we found Luna at the wall face spot, which was also huge because now you have access to the Dryad and Luna combo, and you can use that to kill bosses. We also spent some time leveling up Dryad to level 2. leveling up Sylphid to level 2, and I feel as though it was worth it because otherwise you have to deal with, level 0 spells, and I mean, level 0 burst actually isn't terrible, but burst, uh, I'll be honest with you, burst is one of those spells, it's probably the only spell that you kind of want to have Luna for, because otherwise your MP just drains too fast. Unless you have walnuts, of course, but we didn't have walnuts. We didn't have money for walnuts until like midway through the seed. So you kind of have to be very careful when you're casting burst. So if you have Luna and Magic Absorb, then yeah, you want to cast burst. Um, but yeah, the only reason I leveled it up to 2 is to get the extra damage out of it. I mean, then we ended up finding Luna, so then that's even better. Having Dryad and Luna together is pretty much what you want here. Then after that, we went over towards Pure Land, and again, I felt going through Pure Land at the point when I did was, one, necessary to see how many seeds we needed, and two, I wanted to see if there was a 5th seed there. We had 4 seeds at the time, so that's the other reason why I went, is because we had a 25% chance that we would have been done with the seed when we had that 5th seed. But unfortunately, we needed all 8 seeds. So, yeah. So we did find the 5th seed there. We learned that, we needed 8 seeds to complete the run. So we had to find 3 more seeds. Now is when you have to check blind. You really just have to check everything you can, because we don't have any information at all. There is a world where I could have went to the Nesselberry after that, but I mean, we've already collected so much, and those of you who know how the Nesselberry works is it gives you 3 hints, and the hints are based on stuff that you don't have. If you already have what it's pertaining to, then you won't get that hint. So we already had a lot by that point, so I felt as though there's no need to go back to the Nesselberry. Chances are it's not going to give any more hints, so we didn't. And then the seed got even cheekier by placing the axe on the fire seed pedestal. Now, axe ended up being required because we had to go into Dark Palace, where what was in Dark Palace? I think it was the Wind Seed. Wind Seed in Dark Palace, guarded by the axe. Axe itself guarded by, blocked by the Fire Seed, obviously. Fire Seed was at Witch's Castle, which required the sword. So the sword was required this run to get into Witch's Castle. Otherwise, you could not go there because the axe was further down the complexity ladder. So yeah, we needed the sword this run. Sword gets you into Witch's Castle, gets you the Fire Seed. Fire Seed gets you the axe. We also needed Undini to get to the axe as well, because the second orb needed Undini. And in turn, to get to Undini, we need the Dryad Seed, which you get from Tasnica. So a couple of chains going on right there to get to the axe. Once you have the axe, you have access to the Wind Seed inside the Dark Palace. Wind Seed didn't lead to anything. I think it led to the spear or something like that, which we didn't need at that point. Let's see. Light Seed was at Undini's cave. You get that with the Flaming Drum. You also needed to get the gold key from Northtown Castle. One of the chests in Northtown Castle had the gold key. So that was required to get to the Dark Seed. Earth Seed was in the Pure Land on one of the bosses. You get that eventually. I mean, everyone has to get that eventually. Whether you get that through your first run through Pure Land or your second, doesn't matter. You have to get it eventually. Earth Seed didn't lead to anything, I don't think. Dryad Seed, of course, Tasnica, that was the only free seed. And of course, the Moon Seed, blocked by Undini and the axe. I'm sorry, no. Moon Seed was blocked by Undini and Salamando. There is a world where you get the glove and you hop the wall and skip that salamander orb, but you're still blocked by the Undini orb. So pretty much the moon seed was on the way to the axe. So whatever the things that were blocking the axe was blocking the moon seed too. And then the cheekiest part of the seed is getting the water seed, and the water seed required you to get Undini, which needs the Dryad seed. It also requires you to get Gnome from the Ice Palace, which requires the whip, which we started with, thank goodness. It also requires Sylphid, which we found Sylphid for free, I believe, was on Watts. Salamander not required, and Dryad not required. Shade was required. Also, we found Shade and Ice Palace. So Shade and Gnome were both in Ice Palace. Also, you needed to do Mech 2 to get Lumina, and you needed to obviously get Luna from Wallface. So 6 elements required for Grand Palace in order to get to the Water Seed. Yeah, so very, very, very ugly seed. But sometimes, you know, it is what it is. And the reason why I checked Mech 3 when I did is because one, we were running out of checks to begin with. And I figure, you know, if the seed is going to be cheeky enough to put the axe at the fire seed pedestal and the moon seed inside the fire palace and the wind seed locked behind the axe, which we needed the fire seed, then let's just gamble on the water seed being in the Mech 3 spot. So that's pretty much the only reason why I checked it. And I wanted to find out, because if it wasn't there, then hey, it is what it is. We wasted a little bit of time, and that's fine. But yeah, honestly, this seed requires you to have some way to kill these bosses and have some way to, you know, I call it keeping the bleeding down, because this is a seed. I'll be honest with you. This is a seed where it is very possible to 100% this seed. I won't be surprised if runners 100% at this seed, looking for that water seed. I won't be surprised, because it's set up that way. Whenever you have a mana tree revival seed and a seed that you need is on Mech 3, it's very likely that you're going to 100% that seed. Because let's face it, Mech 3 is one of the last things you check, because it requires all the elementals you need for Grand Palace. It requires the whip, but we started with the whip. And it requires you to go through 2 bosses, or 3 bosses rather, to get to the Mech 3 check. That is more than likely the last thing that runners are going to check. But again, I just checked it on a hunch. You know, the seed's being cheeky all over the place. So I figured, you know what, let's just check this just to see. I want to see if this seed is cheeky enough to put the water seed in this spot, and it did. So I was right. Yeah, so this was pretty much a, you know, sprite carry seed, which most seeds tend to be. Magic, faster magic leveling being disabled. You kind of want to keep your spell levels. I feel as though this is a seed where you want to keep your spell levels up as high as possible to get through the boss fights with, you know, little to no problems. I can see someone going with weapons this seed. I can see that, but I think the only issue with that is where Gnome was located, because unless someone does Ice Palace like really early and finds Gnome, I can see it then. But if someone doesn't find Gnome until late like I did, then I don't know. I mean, I can't see weapons being better than using magic here and spending time leveling up, you know, Dryad and Luna. and maybe a backup elemental. Mine happened to be Sylphid, but the best backup elemental to have in this case is Undini. But yeah, our backup element happened to be Sylphid, so I mean, it is what it is. All right, anyway, 204.11 is our time for this crazy seed. I'm actually going to put this in right now because, and I'm willing to bet a lot of runners haven't finished this yet, but I just want to put this time in. We got 204.11. All right, so, oh, okay, no one's finished it yet. All right, so we are the first person to finish the seed so far. No one else has completed the seed yet, but usually the other runners do the seed like during the week, whenever they have time to. And me personally, I try to do these on Saturday or Sunday, maybe Friday if I'm not busy. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how the other runners did this seed. I'm very interested to find out because let's be real, this is a pretty crazy seed. This was a pretty crazy seed. And like I said earlier, it's a seed where it's very likely that someone just flat out 100% this seed. Just based on where the mana seeds are and where the things that you need to complete the seed are, and the fact that you need all 8 seeds in the first place. But yeah, I mean, this was some hard complexity crap, honestly. It really was. Hard complexity wasn't in play, but this definitely felt like some hard complexity mess. It did. Anywho, that's the seed of the week, number 237. 204.11 is our time. What else can I say about the seed? Nothing else really. I mean, I don't think my route through the seed was that bad. Going through Pure Land when I did felt pretty good. We got through it rather quickly, so I'm happy about that. Again, I don't think going Pure Land early is a good play because of your money situation. You just don't get much money on this. On early game is pretty tough because you don't get a lot of money on the free checks. You only get 600 gold on the free checks, so, and you have to do with that what you will. Do with that what you can. Until you start making boss checks, that is, and you get the 2,000 from the treasury, and I think there was there's a bunch of money on the Moonseed pedestal too, so depending on when the runner gets that. But yeah, I definitely interested to find out how the others completed this seed. Once they completed, that is. All right, so with that said, I will see you guys next time.